Downtown, I got that heat, let's go.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Hey, what's up, everyone? As you can see, I'm here without Dabs. He's running a kind of a little bit late, but he's going to be in here. I figured I'd start the show and start saying hi to everybody. As you know, we're in our VR room also. The room number is down below. I'm just seeing if there's anyone else there that I missed. Thank you for everyone coming out. I see there are about 40 of us out here right now. Let me just pull up a couple things here that we'll talk about real quick since Dabs isn't here. Maybe we could talk all about him now. A couple of topics we'll talk about today that we weren't planning to talk about, I guess, because we had other issues. But maybe I'll talk a couple of the newer movies that are coming out. I'm just trying to just give me a moment. A couple of the new movies that are coming out, I thought I'd mention. Children of the Corn is coming out with another movie. There's movies. The shows that are ending are. I'm just trying to find them here. I know that we have. So I'm sorry, everyone. Just bear with me. You know me. I'm not. I'm not one to talk. We need Dabs in here for that. I think he's come. Uh, one needs to end it is important. I think that we should have talked about. Here he goes, my brother.
Yeah.
Succession has ended, and also the Goldberg is finally ending. Thank God they
Yeah.
ruined that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so bad that the creator actually left. Right, 2 years ago or so. So how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good. Doing
Dabs.
good. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm getting my echo from me again. I'm getting the echo
Oh,
from
okay.
on your headset. I don't know why. There, test. Yeah.
Check.
Oh, check.
Hmm. Test 1, 2.
I'm still hearing the echo.
Check.
Is your YouTube on?
Well, yap away.
Because it's like a delay. Yeah, I just heard it. There, test. Yeah, I don't hear it now. Yeah, I don't know what. Not sure what's. So we'll just have to do back and forth.
When I'm muted, I'm muted. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a delay, so I'm not sure what's up there. But go ahead, go with Succession. I'll listen.
Succession is they're ending that one as of the end of the season. That's what I had. I was just around over here, but I guess you can continue on with the the cap stuff that we were going to talk about, and I'll sit in the background again.
It's not.
And why were you
sit in
late?
the back.
Everyone wants to know.
All right, so okay, so I was late because a friend of mine asked if I would come have a beer with her because she says friends don't let friends drink alone. So it's one of Blue's best friends.
Her?
It's Blue's best friend. So I went to
Okay.
the bar to have a few drinks. Yeah, Blue knows, and she's completely fine with me being with her friend. She knows this is her friend from elementary school. So so yeah, we had a
Okay.
few drinks. So yeah, I've already started. And Eddie asked, yeah, it's beer time. So all right, so I'm gonna have to. You got to
All right.
mute because I keep hearing that echo. It's about a 3-second delay. I don't know why. So whenever you talk, I'll stop. So just it's not a problem. So hey, sorry that I'm late and then we get going and we had 2 weeks off. So apologize last week. We were I was feeling under the weather. I was sick Thursday and Friday, so didn't have a show Friday. I know that Alban had a room in Telegram. So if you guys are in the Telegram room, join those live chats. You don't need any special software. You don't even need a camera. You can just use your microphone, and it's great to play it. Oh, it says my mic seems quieter. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. So yeah, join that. If we don't have a show and Alban does a Streaming Matters Telegram room, join it. Even if you don't have a camera, you don't have to have one. You can listen and join in. It's easy. If so, a lot of people are in my Telegram group, so welcome people to join that. And I appreciate Alban setting us up and taking care of all that. So yeah, I had a good night. So last week was feeling ill, and then the week prior I was going to play video games with my son. we were going to play. I don't know if anybody remembers Red Alert. Red Alert 2, which was a PC game way back when. And there is a way that you can still play that game against other people. So my son lives in Texas. I'm up in Canada. We were able to play against each other, and it was fun. Alban was correct when Alban said to me, because we were supposed to do it at 5, and Alban says, yeah, it'll be later. And it ended up being 9.
Like father, like son.
All right, that's just the way it happens. So let's see. I'm trying to grab some of my screens here. Let me crank open Vivaldi. Hey, if hey, add send. I know that C-Man said that he might be able to join in a bit. Alban, if you can send him a link to the show, I would appreciate it. So let's see. I'm going to hold on a second. Normally I do get some of the stuff situated before we have our live show. Sometimes. Let me open up. Make your screen. Okay. We'll go with that. We'll go with this image. So hold on a second. Let me pop over here because normally I open up Chrome, but we're kind of late. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my kids played Red Alert way back when, and it is a fun real-time strategy game. You can buy the whole collection for $20 or a little bit less than that. Great game. It's a strategy game, and I whooped his ass both times. So, and he said the game sucks since I won so many times. That's what happens. That's what happens.
I just have to say, I'm shocked that you really haven't trained him on all of the old games. What did what did you teach him?
Well, they didn't teach him the strategy that I won with, because when you're using those real-time strategies, how you build your base and how you do it, you're smart about it. And so, he was. So we'll get nerdy just for a second for folks that know real-time strategy games. So a lot of times, real-time strategy, you have to build a base and build buildings, and those buildings create certain weapons or vehicles or aircraft or whatever. Well, he was thinking you got to build the biggest or the most advanced buildings. Well, in my taste, you build a lot of the smaller weapons or the smaller troops, and then I just beat the shit out of you over and over with just little troops to just nag you to death. He was thinking he needed to build the biggest troops. I'm going to nag you to death with kill you with 1,000 little cuts instead of trying to come. He built like a nuclear missile and tried to send that over, and I'm like, that's not really an issue. So yeah, I mean, I'm smart about what I do. I mean, but it was fun. We did enjoy playing. So we'll go ahead and get started with some of our topics. And while we're talking, I'll have to pull up some of my show notes that had what we were going to talk about, because normally I have all my tabs ready to go. So our big K topic for the day, and I mentioned it was in the opening, is Nexus Ready. Is it Nexus Ready for you? Are you ready for Nexus? I will say I have actually installed a nightly, which are not official versions. They're like small updates that Kodi doesn't put out as a full version. They put it out every couple days. They release a nightly. I installed a nightly from last week, and it's resolved a lot of the crashing. And after talking to a couple developers, there was some reasons why some of the crashing was happening. And one of the issues was with the version of Python that was being used in Kodi 20. The version of Python that was being used had an issue with special characters. And so some of you may say, what's a special character? Well, special character is anything outside of your normal keyboard. So when you look at your keyboard, any character that is on your keyboard is a normal character. But let's say you live in another country. let's say you live in Eastern Europe and you have those accent marks above the E, or you have the accent marks above different letters, or different Russian will have different characters. That's from our normal English keyboard. If you have a character that is in that keyboard, in that special, it can cause a crash in the version of Python that Kodi 20 was using. So what was happening a lot was, especially, so this is, so if you could kind of picture TMDB helper, people love TMDB helper. People love it because they can jump from add-on to add-on, whatever. But it pulls a lot of data about actors. When it pulls the actor's information, let's say it's an actor that is from Eastern Europe or from Russia or from some of the countries that have those accent marks. If Kodi 20 comes across it and it's trying to display those characters in the Python that is in Python, that it's in Kodi 20, it didn't know what that character meant. That it is like, I don't know that language, and it would crash. So this would explain why a lot of people run in TMDB helper or run in some of these scripts that would pull in actors' informations or actors' names. When it's scraping or it's pulling the data from a website and it's trying to display those special names with those dots or the weird or the accent above the E or the O, it would crash. So that issue was fixed in one of the nightlies. It has not been fixed in the official version of 20. It is in a nightly. So they have not released a 20.1. It will be in 20.1, but it's not in 20. So if you install the nightly, that will fix one of the known bugs, one of the known triggers that was causing some problems. So I've installed that last week. I have yet to see a crash on my device when I'm testing 20 now that I'm running that nightly.
And that's only on. Is that only on your Shield, or what is your device that you're using? So everyone knows.
Well, I'm using 20. I use a Shield as my daily driver. That's my device of choice. I do have some Fire Sticks that I mess around with for testing. I use some Fire Sticks, and I will test the Fire Sticks more this weekend. I might actually install 20 on one of the Fire Sticks and see how that problem. But it alleviated the problem. My Shield didn't crash a lot because my build doesn't have TMDB helper. But again, this is a known problem, or was a identified problem on the forums and was fixed. There was another problem with the element tree. They have been addressing some of those issues. And what happens with the element tree, if I'm trying to put it in a term. All right, so when your device Kodi is running and it's writing to say, I'm at this point, and it's kind of like caching data. So what happens in 20, where there was some problems, is when too many things were writing to the cache, the element tree, when too many things were writing at the same time, it would crash. So supposedly in the nightlies, they have addressed some of the issues, some of the identified bugs or the identified issues. They fixed that. So we are getting closer to a fix. If you're a more advanced user, yes, install a nightly, test it. I would still use, or excuse 20, style a nightly of 20 and try it out. I would still, if you're wanting to have stable, stick with 19.5 or 19.4, or 19.3. Those are going to be a whole lot more stable than the 20 nightly. But if you're that person that's already installed 20 and you're like, what am I going to do? I keep having crashes. Try to install the nightly. And I will pull, let me pull that up. I will kind of give you guys let me pull this up on my Here we go. And we'll go to downloads. So is that showing the right screen, Aubin? I don't hear you.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
we're there. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to look at the Android version. And so I'm going to go to Android, and I could go to Windows. And you're going to see that they have recommended, which that would be the 20.0, the official release. That's in the Play Store. That is what you're going to get. They have what they call a pre-release. That is 21. Do not install that. That is not what I'm talking about. That is 21. We'll talk about that at later in the show. And the development builds, this is called the Nightly, and you can see right here, Nightly. This is the Nightly developer. So let me pop that up a little bigger so that makes sense to you guys. This is the Nightly. So depending on which version, are you on NVIDIA Shield that's running 64? Are you on a Fire Stick that's running 32? Or a lower end device that's running 32-bit? You would want to install one of these two. They are getting closer, and we don't know when 20.1 will be released. There's no, Kodi doesn't give you any time frame on that. They don't tell you, but there will be a release. And what happens when 20.1 comes out, they will grab the latest stable version of the Nightlies, and then that will become the 20.1. But so if you're a person that's a little bit more advanced, you're a little bit more adventurous, you're like, hey, I'm tired of these crashes in 20, I have to use 20. Take a look and go into where I just showed you, go into the Android section. If you're running Android, if you're running Windows, they have a Windows version, and check in the development builds and install whichever version fits your device. Uh, it's they're getting closer, and again, when the crashes are happening for different reasons, the less items that you have on your setup, of course, is better. I think that's why I don't have as many crashes on my build, is because I don't run that many add-ons that's writing to the elementary. I don't run TMDB helper. I'm not running a lot of scripts that are trying to write to that. So the more items you run, that increases your chances of those crashes. But I will say I was happy to see some of the improvements and the bug fixes that are happening. And some people, when I've talked about when Nexus first came out, I said, don't install it till it's at 20.1 or 20.2. If you want a more stable version, wait till 20.2 will most likely be a pretty stable fix, because they'll have squashed number of bugs before you get there. But if you're a person that wants to use 20, you like some of the features that was in 20, definitely install the Nightly. Check it out. If you're a person that wants to stay safe, stick with 19, whichever version you want to run at 19. So, but that's it. One quick note about version 2021, and I had this in the show notes down below, and you guys can read it. 2020 Kodi 21 is they came up with its name, and let me grab that. Let me grab the name that they came up with, which, let's see here. See what you guys think on this. Not that.
Well, it makes sense. They kept up with the alphabet, of course.
Yeah, it's always going to be up with the alphabet. But the name. All right, so let's say the letter O. What would be a name? What would be a good name for O? What would you guys come up with?
Well, you got to think about it. The way before I even read that article, I knew, well, alpha was the beginning, so omega's got to be the end, right?
Wait. We're getting terrible echo on you. Terrible. Are we sure you're not picking up the TV? Oh, or maybe wait, never mind. Wait. It's me. Hold on a second. I got to mute. I got to. It was me. I had my YouTube open. All right, go ahead. All right, I'll be. Sorry, my mistake. I don't hear you, Alvin. Wait, did he leave? All right, he left. Yeah, I guess he's checking. Yeah, I was getting echo from my own self. All right, there we go. All right.
Yeah, I jumped back in. I tried a couple other things. I don't know why we're getting that much of a delay.
I also had an issue because I had I opened up YouTube, but I am getting echo still. I don't know what's going on with that. Let me see here. All right, so what was some of the names? I didn't see anybody post any names. What was some of the names that people came up with? They thought that Oracle. Okay, Oracle. Okay, yeah. Now they didn't go with Oracle. Octopussy. That would have been a good name. Oral. I don't know if they would go that. So it's like looking to see what some of the people.
I like Oracle. Oracle, really, it should have been. That is a good name for it too.
You know the name I thought in Blue and I? Optimus. Now, wouldn't that have been a cool Optimus?
It would have been good only if they use Prime as 22.
22. That'd have been 22. So you would have had a 21 and a 22 name. 21 and a 22 names. Let's look and see if I can pull this up. Let's see if I can drop this URL in here. No, I don't want that. I think I'm gonna have to go to your messages, Alvin. Hold on a second. Alvin, because I want to say, Alvin had me hooked up here on this URL. There it is.
Yeah, you got it?
Yep. Okay, here we go. Let's just take a second to load the page. So Kodi 21 gets an official name. So we have Nexus was N, Matrix was M. So they came up with the name. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find it here. Try to make it big.
Omega.
Yeah, it is Omega. I was looking where it was written. I know I read it. Here it is. Omega. I don't know. I mean, maybe if Kodi 4 or XBMC 4 was Delta, maybe. But it was Dharma. D was Dharma.
Dharma, yeah.
Omega.
Since we're on this subject, if you just click in the private chat, I put the link to the Streaming Matters poll. If you want to just talk about that real quick.
No, it's because you left the chat, bro. It's not there. It's not there.
Okay, I'll put it there again.
So yeah, I'm not. I don't know. Omega wasn't impressed. Yeah, it sounds very. I think Beach says very lazy.
Do you see it there now?
Yep. So you created a poll, which is your daily driver. So this was something that Alban created in the Streaming Matters room for people that. So yeah, I do wonder what are people's daily driver for the big old K app? Or which one do you use? And of course, he had to put Plex in there. MB IPTV.
Of course, because some of us, just aren't using the cap anymore.
I make my wife use it. I make her.
I know. I figured you're forcing her to do it because I love your wife so much for turning me on to Plex, and you're pulling her back in. Next thing I know, she's gonna come on and she's gonna say, "Oh well, I'm creating this, that, or the other thing."
Yeah, I'm curious. I think that you have a good poll here, and it's nice to hear that my wife turned you on. So,
Well, brothers,
keeping the family. So Orion, I like that. I like that name. Yeah, I don't know. I think that Omega. I don't know. It just seems. Yeah. What, babe? Oscilia. Oscilia. Nobody can say that. Nobody knows what the hell that is.
It's Lord of the Rings, of course.
Of course, Alba knew it. So yeah. So Kodi 21 has a name. We'll see. Do not try to download 21 yet. It is way far from being ready.
Works great.
Way far.
It works great. It works good for me.
So yeah, we've so it is nice to see that that where they're going. I do think that the name kind of fell flat. There's so many O words that could have been used. Omega. I don't know. I mean, this is not very adventurous.
Alpha and Omega. Alpha and Omega. That's the reason why they did it.
But but think about it. They kept a lot of names, a lot of Lord of the Rings stuff. They kept a lot of that in there. Dharma had to do with Lost. Remember, that was what that correlation was. Leia came because was it Fisher? Was it Carrie Fisher had passed away right before it was released, right? So they went with Leia. Matrix, of course, a franchise movie.
Was Matrix. So where did Isengard come from?
That was Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Jarvis, Krypton, Leia, Matrix. Okay.
I mean, there are so many cool names there. I don't know. To me, kind of. I think Beach is right. I think they were a little lazy on that. We took it the easy way. I think they could have went and I said to Blue, I said, well, maybe they were worried about copyright or some bullshit. I don't know if that matters. Don't use my name again. Minus. So yeah, Alpha, Alpha, Omega. So is that the end? The beginning, the end. So there's no more 21.
Yeah, beginning of the end, and then the I guess then they'll continue with the 20. I guess is supposed to be the end, because Kodi's dead.
I forgot it's dead. Yeah, you're right. So. Yeah, please, you guys vote on the poll. I'm interested. I appreciate. I'll put this poll up here. I'm wondering what people's daily driver. I'd have to lean myself towards 20 because I keep testing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it was my choice, I would.
But is it your daily driver though? Is it what you're gonna sit down on the couch and watch something with Blue with, or are you gonna be worried about it crashing while you're trying to watch a movie?
My crashing doesn't happen often. I mean, honestly, I've only seen a handful of crashes with my device on my setup. Only time I can call it a crash is if I leave it on pause for a long time. So I pause it and then I go and you know how your device will shut down, kind of goes into sleep mode. That's the
Yeah.
only time I notice that it doesn't remember my resume point, which makes sense because it's not able to cache those results. So if you stop a movie and you back out, it can cache those, and you close Kodi, it can cache where you were. If it crashes out, it's not able to say, "Oh, hey, I was at 51 minutes and 30 seconds of this movie." So I can see where that would, not happen. But those are the only issues. And to me, I use 20 because I'm trying to get an understanding of what people that are using 20 are experiencing. So when people have 20 problems, I can answer those. If Blue had her choice, she would be a Plex person. That's where she would be.
Well, Blue knows she could come to my house anytime to watch Plex, and because that's all that I run.
And when I look back, I think 18, was it 17 or 18, ran beautifully. I think
17.6 to me. 17.6 I thought ran, just great, perfect.
Yeah, and you're right. And again, 17.6. So we're only at 20.0. So sometimes you have to wait for those bug fixes. Yeah, 17.6. I ran. The microphone worked. Everything worked great. So again, great poll. I encourage everyone to vote.
I just want to say hey to Penn. I've been thinking of you, and now I see your name. I hope you're well. All right.
I've been seeing he's been posting some videos lately.
Yeah.
So give him a
I'll
like,
check it out.
share, and subscribe.
Definitely.
And I was going to say we may see a couple of guests that if we throw some links out there to some people who want to jump. I don't know what it is about your damn microphone. You know what?
You guys are forcing me to buy a new machine.
Yes, please, God, buy a new machine. He's running off of a damn, I swear, it's got to be an i3 processor, probably got 2 gigs of RAM.
No, it's an i5. It's an i5 with 6.
And it needs a reformat.
Yeah, that I know.
It needs reformat. I reformatted mine just, 6-7 months ago. Needs it.
You don't have much data.
You don't have that much shit on your damn laptop. Come on, let's be honest.
Oh, yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. I hate to say that, but yes, I do.
I'm sure
you know I'm a data whore. I'm a data whore. You know that.
And you have it backed up, right?
Yeah, most of it. But not the information that I put in. It's just like a lot of work a lot of time.
It is. But the benefit on the backside of your shit running right is such a nice feeling. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah, look at Paul even says, "Come on, Auburn, you need a new machine." And man got money too. I mean, this guy down here, he got it. He like this. He's like, make it rain. Damn tight.
Just because I'm not as tight as your brother from the Carolinas,
Yeah. Wait till he pops in. He's gonna see that. He's gonna hear that. All right, let's move on to our next topic, brother man. So let me. So yeah, for you folks in Streaming Matters room, join the. Why the heck? All right, so hold on a second. I'm going to get rid of that. So we're gonna talk about. I think I searched this one up. Netflix has been went in Canada. We have went to the new setup for no sharing of your data or no sharing of your accounts. So I had a link for that, but the YouTube one is not allowing me to do this right. So let me pull this up. because I can't pull any of those damn links from that because it tries to. It wants me to try to poo. Oh, Vivaldi. Yeah, check that mug out. Download it. Install it. All right, let's see. So they rolled it out on the 21st. So any of you folks that are in Canada, now you are going to be you're going to have to pay. I think it's $7.99. Now here it says $5.99, but I think it's $7.99 for anybody extra that you want to add to your account. Now, you folks in the UK and in the US need to pay attention because it's coming your way. This is Netflix is rolling this out. We've talked about this for over a year that this was coming. They released it on different countries, test marketing. Canada is the next country, or just became one of the countries. I think New Zealand was another one that have stopped the sharing of your account with other people. You have to set a location. That what is your location, your home location, and they set up a whole new set of rules. So if somebody is using your account, they will be given just a few days that they are able to use it outside of the home location. This does not count people using a laptop or excuse me, a tablet and a phone. I can't remember if it was laptop was one of the excluded things, that you could use a phone or a tablet outside of your home device or outside your home location and it not be considered sharing of your password, because a person could be at work or on the subway or on the bus or whatever watching on a tablet. So Netflix said it's okay to use them on those devices, but if you're using this on a Fire Stick or on a Roku or a Shield or built into your TV, you would not be able to share your information outside with other people from the use of those other devices. So we're talking, it's $7.99 if I'm not mistaken. Here it is, the extra fee of $7.99. Up to 2 people. So you can only add 2 other households outside of your household. We're going to see where this goes. I don't know. Some people, when I'm reading forums.
Well, there's new breaking news. If you just look in the private, I sent something else over to you that just happened today with Netflix. If you could just pop that up real quick.
So we're in here. Let's see. Breaking news. Didn't even read it.
Yeah.
Netflix slashes subscription prices over 30 countries. Right,
they've been listening to us. They've been listening to us.
All right, but how much? Let's hold on a second. Hold on. Let me read through this. Cutting monthly subscription costs in over 3 dozen countries around the world. Okay, Yemen's, Jordan, Libya, Iran. Ain't none of you guys watching me in Libya, Iran. Okay.
Listen. Our reach is further than you think. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Because hey, we just had someone the other day in there.
Nicaragua, Ecuador, Venezuela, Kenya. All right, so those countries, they've cut the price. The decision comes at a time when Netflix is still decided on a plan to retain its user base. They have the first quarter they lost 200,000 users. Now, what they're expecting is to add 2.5 million, because what Netflix is planning on, this is what they're betting on. So they're betting on, because they said they had 100,000 people leeching. What was it, 100 million people, or think that's, didn't they say 100 million people, or was it
100 million? 100 million people were leeching and
That they were
sharing
saying, yeah,
passwords.
that they were, yeah, that were. So what they're hoping is that a percentage of that join and actually pay for it. So they're hoping that that does. I don't know how much that's got, but I know that here at the house, Blue does subscribe to Netflix. She's had it for years, and she had numerous people that were helping. She had friends at work, this and that, and that has looking to be coming to an end because she had to say, "This is my household," and things. Now, we'll say that if you're using Netflix on separate devices inside one home, that still counts as one. So let's say you have it in one room, then you got it on the Xbox, and then someone else has got it on their Fire Stick, but you're in one house on one IP address, that still counts as one. They don't count that as account sharing. The account sharing happens when they count it away, like if you're at a different IP. There was some discussion, and I really don't get it about the every 30 days, if you use it from outside the home, that you got to check back into the home part every 30 days. I don't know how that's going to work. I didn't, when I read people, a lot of people posting about that and did videos on it. I don't know. I can't wrap my brain around why Netflix would set that rule, but I know that as soon as you set your home location, if you are sharing your account at separate locations, it goes into effect. Those other people will be given a message, hey, you can't watch this. If you want to sign up for extra, have that person that's paying for it can add you. And see, that's the catch. So let's say that I had a Netflix account and I'm letting Alban use it. So I share my account, let him use it. When do I want to pay for Alban to be watching my Netflix? Now, maybe if he agrees to pay me that money, or we have some type of, he pays for Disney, because that's what was happening. People were sharing accounts. I don't know. That's how that sharing things, you got to make sure you get your money back. We're going to see if this backfires on Netflix. I don't think it's going to do well. I think that they're going to lose a lot of the main users.
They lost me.
They lost
I
you a long time
actually
ago.
opted out. No, yes and no, because remember I was still paying for it, and I finally said enough is enough. I'm done. I'm not using it for anything. And of course, the minute I get rid of it, I needed to check something on there. But
Okay, so
but it doesn't matter no more. I'm done. If Reed's not there, then I don't need to be there. That's what it comes down for me.
Reed.
Reed Hastings.
Oh yeah,
He
'cause he
was
stepped down.
yeah, he stepped down, and listen, if he saw the writing on the wall, so will I. But I always say he was the original OG, giving us our content, and if he's gone, then I need to be gone.
And we're going to see how this plays out. And again, there is so much uncertainty in these streaming applications. We have a plethora, and there's your word for the day. We have a plethora of streaming services. There is more than what the market can hold or sustain. So we're going to see a shakeup, and we're already seeing it where certain services are not viable. So we're going to see a shakeup. Go ahead.
Yeah, the thing is with all of these services, you see how they're all trying to get together now, trying to share this stuff together. We're back to the same old thing it was before. When people were paying everything for cable, and I think that Netflix is waiting for that to happen because they're slowly trying to grab that content that Disney is saying, oh well, we can't afford to hold on to this anymore. We have to get rid of it. And people were screaming at Disney saying, oh well, I bought that at Disney, and then now they don't have it no more. So we'll see what happens.
And we have there, and as you said, so what happens with a lot of companies, and you guys that watch me on the regular, we talk about the content, and Netflix loses it because Disney was basically renting content to different streaming services because it was viable. It was they were making money on, hey, you want what was it, Friends? Remember Friends or Office was one of those big ones at the
It was
beginning.
the Friends, yeah.
And
The
everybody
Friends.
was like, "Oh, Friends, they're pulling it off of Hulu or Netflix because they were moving it because it's like the parent company that owned it said, "Hey, I want to make the money." So, at what point do the companies say, "I'm not making enough, so maybe we make more money if we rent out to another service that particular content?" There is numerous times where I've talked to people that are paying, and this is honest truth. People are paying for streaming services $80 to $130 in streaming fees. Now, some of you may say, "Oh, that's idiotic. There's no way." Okay. So let's say a person's paying for Netflix. They're paying 20, maybe they're paying $20 a month. Okay. Then they're paying for Disney. So they're paying for the Disney package. So that's running them $15 a month if they got the package on the low end. So that's $35. Well, then they want Paramount. Well, what's that? $6.99 or $5.99, $6.99, something like that right now. So now you're at $40 for those three services. Well, but I need to have the the Warner Brothers the HBO package because I like Game of Thrones. I got to watch my Game of Thrones. I got to watch that. So I got to have Yellowstone. So I got to have Paramount Plus. I got to have Disney to watch my Marvel stuff. And then now you're at $50 or $60. And I got to watch my live sports because my live sports are in the area. So let's say they're not doing IPTV. Let's say they're doing through the cable company. Well, that could easily jump them to $40 or $50. If they're doing YouTube TV, that's what, $74 a month if they do a YouTube TV, HBO or not HBO, Hulu Live. That's $70. So they can go. Someone says, "Well, I'm paying a little bit because I cut the cord." People are easily nickel and dimed, or not even nickel and dime when you get to the Hulu Live or the YouTube Live, where that jumps you a large amount. But you can be at that over $100 just in your streaming costs, but you saving money because you cut the cord. Uh, you've got to pay attention to what you're paying for, and pay attention to, is there content on there that you're needing to watch? Now that Yellowstone is over, do you need to still be paying for Paramount Plus? Do you still need Discovery Plus? That your show is over. So you've got to constantly pay attention. Maybe I can turn off this subscription for a while until my show comes back. That's happening a lot. So as we're seeing, it's almost like we've said it, Wild West right now of the streaming services that are all shooting at each other. You sent me a thing about Warner Brothers going to offer another free option for people with certain content, though. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's what was it? What was it here? I think it was. What was it? Warner Brothers. Yeah, Warner. Here it is. I grabbed right here. Here we go. Let's see here. So Starz has launched a bundle with MGM Plus. This was another package. So Starz is gathering up with MGA Plus on Prime to offer certain content. So again, your Starz, let's see here. This service is going to be $12 a month. That's a
Yeah, but that's going to be on. That's going to be on your Prime account. So to be able to get Starz stuff on Amazon now, so all of us got, a lot of us got it from the the Amazon that Amazon package. A lot of people don't even know that they even have it. That they have the Prime.
I mean, it's a lot of these companies are trying to team up to try to cut costs, to try to market share. And see, that's where I feel Netflix is stumbling here. Netflix is the behemoth. They are the you say the OG. They are the big dogs. They won by market share. So if everybody has your stuff, small tweaks can keep you on top. If you get too greedy and you try to push too fast, too hard, that's where I feel like Netflix is. You're better off to stay in front, being the biggest share. And they're looking at that. Well, you know what? We're not making enough money, so we're going to shuffle stuff around. And most of these streaming companies, streaming services are losing money because there's so many, and there's such a investment on the front end to get you going. So they're investing so much on the front end to get out there, to get that service stable and the servers, because Netflix is invested in infrastructure. By far, they have invested. These companies, to try to get out there, have to invest a lot, and it's hard to recoup that money. So we're going to see a lot of shuffling around. This one here, we're Starz bundling with Prime, trying to see, if you can get it. There was another one. What was that? Let me try to find that one. That was a. Oh, here was another that about pricing.
Yeah, Paramount and Showtime.
Yeah, Paramount going up. So anywhere from $2 to $1, depending on what package you have. If you have Paramount Plus, it's going to go up. Most people will ignore the email because they have to let you know that they're going to go up in price, so they're going to send an email. Most people will ignore that email and just pay it. Never even bat an eye that now they're paying more than what they were paying prior for content that they may or may not be watching, because they wanted to watch, Yellowstone or some show that was out at a particular time that was only being shown there. And this is where a lot of these streaming services are smart about it. They're moving their content to the premium services only. So your Paramount Plus is not going to put this out on the regular cable TV. When Yellowstone comes out, it's only going to be on the Paramount Plus app. And I think that wasn't that last season, Alban. They only released it on Paramount Plus. Yellowstone wasn't on the cable.
Yeah. Right.
So that's how they kind of lock you in. It says Yellowstone. Top Gun Maverick is drawing users in. So they find a certain thing that everyone jumps on, and once people sign up, just like health clubs or gyms, when people sign up to a gym, most of them don't turn it off or don't cancel the gym. They continue to pay for that gym month after month after month. Maybe they don't ever go, but they're paying that gym fee every month. That's what happens to a lot of these services. You install this, you pay for the service, you watch that, just like you went to the gym that first damn month, you're burning up the gym at first month, and then you slowly teeter off and you stop going, and then you don't go at all.
You come to your senses.
But it happens, and that happens with a lot of these paid apps that people aren't paying, that pay for us. So I was going to look for. We had Paramount's going up in price, so that was another one of your protect your neck. But then we had, let me grab that. You had that one for, here it is. Copy. Warner Brothers is going to have a new ad-based. So this is another one that you guys can watch for. Warner Brothers announces a new free streaming service, ad-based. So we just changed how we watch commercials now. When you're watching cable TV, satellite TV, you have those commercials. Now everybody paid for a subscription, right? It's like, oh, I paid for no commercials. You watch no commercials. Oh, man, the cost of this has gotten too high. I need a free version. Now we're back to watching ads before, after, or during a program that you're watching, so that you can watch it for free. So
this was all a ploy to take, to let the cable companies not have to sit there and say, "Oh, well, we have to give you a box and everything for you to watch your content," and so we're forced to come into your house to fix your stuff. Now they're gonna just say, "Oh, well, you want us to come in your door, we're gonna charge you for it." That's what it's gonna
And
come
you
down to.
bought the box. Most people bought the device that you're watching the show.
Yep, yep, yep.
So you're right. They didn't have to pay for that hardware to be in your house. You paid for it out of your own pocket to have a Fire Stick, a Roku, a Shield, or whatever you're watching.
Yep, yeah. Yeah, the TV itself, even I got a smart TV, and the cable company just gonna blame it on you. Hey, that's not us. You have to talk to whoever you got the TV from.
Call Sony. See what they do. You got a damn Sony, so. But I will. When I read through this article about the Warner Brothers releasing this new free streaming, and it will be an ad based. It is not going to have all the Warner Brothers library. So kind of like Netflix did with their ad based, lower priced service. You don't get all the content. So when you get the ad based services, even if you get it for free or a lower price, you don't get all the content. So beware, be smart about that. You're not going to get all the content when you watch some of these free services. But you know what? It's there if you're wanting to watch free. This is not launched yet. It is launching, and I don't remember seeing a date on this, but they don't have a date. But this is going to be Warner Brothers free. It says 2023, so sometime this year, and it will not be all the content. You won't be able to watch a lot of. You won't be able to watch Succession on this and things like that. You'll be able to only see certain content.
Well, the shows are going anyhow. Succession is going, so
Unfortunately,
it'll be there soon.
hence the reason I tell people there's other options. There's other options out there.
Got that right, man. Got that right.
So enough of the bad stuff, like that bullshit stuff. So I was gonna pull up the one about Android. So Android 13 is on its way out, or on its way. There has been a few things that it's linked to. I can't grab the link right now. I don't see that. So Android 13 is coming out. There's not a lot of buzz on Android 13. There is not a whole lot of new features that's going to come out with Android 13. So I think that Android 13 will come and go, and it probably be one of those little blurps on the radar. So don't sweat it too much, but it is on the horizon. It will come out, but I just don't see it being a humongous splash because there's just not as many things coming out that's new features. There's not a bunch of new stuff that, I got to have that. So let me grab this one, because one of the other big topics was about the remotes. Did you have something to say on that one, bud?
No, I just wanted to make sure you were going to get to that one.
Yep. So Amazon is blocking remapping. So if you don't know what remapping is, which means that you can remap. There's a software that you can put on your Fire Stick or your Shield or different devices, and remaps. You can redesignate the buttons to do different things. So as we see in this photo right here, so I'll look at this one up here. I see Amazon, Netflix, Disney, Hulu. Let's say that you do not have Hulu and you're like, there's no reason for me to have Hulu. I will remap, run a software that will make, whenever I click Hulu button, Plex opens. And that you could do that. And that's a remapping. And so whenever you hit that Hulu button, Plex would open. This loophole, this ability has now been removed from the Amazon 4K Max. This has not reached its way to the 4K stick or the lower end devices, but we can be sure that those devices will come. They're kind of working their way down. So it's happened to the Max, the 4K Max. We can assume that the same thing is going to happen to the other devices. So if you've remapped, designated those buttons to do different things, that feature will go away very soon. That was an Amazon update. They removed it, so you can't do that. The reason that they have those buttons set for certain things is this is a way to generate income for the Fire TV or for Amazon. So what Amazon's done, so we'll look at these and we see the Amazon Prime. Well, they own Amazon, so they're not going to make any money from that. But we have a Netflix button, a Disney button, and a Hulu button. So what they've done is they've said to Netflix, hey, we'll put a designated Netflix button on our device if you give us whatever the amount is. There was some reports that with Roku, it was $1 per device, but there's no hard number on this. But Roku said it was $1 per device is what they were paid to put those buttons on their remote. So Amazon is making $1 per device for Netflix button to be added, $1 per device from, say, Disney to have that button on there, and $1 per device that the Hulu button is on there. So let's say you're Disney and you're like, all right, we're going to pay Amazon whatever, because who knows? I don't know how many devices they release. So let's say Amazon releases all these devices and they have a button that says Disney, and Disney has paid them $1, if that's the price, $1 per device to have that button. But then Mr. Elas or Elise Saba, who created the remapping application, creates an application that says, don't worry about it. You don't have Disney. We can make that Disney button whatever other button you want. You can make it the volume. You can make it another application. There's a lot of options that you could do. So don't worry about the Disney button. It's not going to open Disney. It will open something else. And you're Disney, and you've paid Amazon $1 per device of the millions of devices they released, millions. So you're like, whoa, Disney, Amazon. We paid you $1 for every single one of those devices, so that our button launches our application. So now all of a sudden you're going to allow a third-party application to override what we paid for. That's the simplest terms is what it comes down to. So Amazon said, whoa, we don't want to lose future income for every device we sell. So we're going to make it so that people cannot remap or change the buttons to do different things. That's kind of what that came down to.
But heaven forbid your remote gets stuck in the couch or you roll over it on the bed and automatically it opens up Netflix or Disney or something like that. That used to drive me nuts. That's why I like the remapping button, because I set the remapping button to you have to hold it down for like 5 seconds and then we would open up the app. You know what I mean?
Or double click.
Or double click it. Yeah.
There was in remapping you can do the hold, as you said, or click, one click, or double click. So you could remap. I know on my Shield, you can map the Shield to do.
Yeah.
The Netflix button can do. I have it doing 3 different things. And if you don't have Netflix, you remap it so that it's not. Now Shield has not changed. It has not set that up. It has not made this thing, but Amazon has. Probably because of the sheer numbers of devices, and that's part of their profit and loss sheet. If you think about it, that's part of their how we're making money. You know, we're making X amount from Disney for having that button. We're making X amount from Hulu, which is the same company, and we're making a set amount from Netflix to have that button. So these companies basically said, "Ho, ho, ho, you're not doing it." So I could easily say this is probably a permanent fix. I think that if you think it's going to take some work to get around this, because I don't think this is something that Amazon's going to forget about. This is something that Amazon's going to hold fast to.
I think there were a couple things in the Starz section.
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you know me, because I can only see my screen, so it's like sometimes if I don't see the starred. Okay, so I'm gonna start at the bottom. I bet they lose 75% of their customers that would charge. I'm assuming this is probably about the Netflix.
Yeah, I think it was a Netflix thing we were talking about.
Yeah, I bet they said.
Yeah, that was a Netflix we were talking about.
Charge the way way of thinking. Dalton says Prime has better content. Yeah. Oh, Redneck Bally Sports has filed bankruptcy. Now, Bally Sports is for us that I do see a lot of Bally Sports. That is a whole sports network, and sometimes the Bally Sports it doesn't have the sports I watch, but sometimes it's that fringe sports. Dalton says my Google Chrome TV can't handle Nexus very well, and again, using it on your Chrome TV, I don't know. A Chrome TV is like the lowest specs. You're talking that Fire Stick Lite kind of specs. Chrome TV really doesn't have really great specs. So anytime you get anything that's a little bit more heavy, you're going to run into problems with the Chrome TV. But yeah, that's a good thing. Redneck says I'll wait for 20.1. Definitely 20.1, if not 20.2, would be a good thing to wait for. Yeah, Bally Sports, regional sports. Yep. Yeah, thank you, Redneck. Yeah, I know that when I see Bally Sports, it is a lot of market, like certain markets that they watch. That's
yeah, football. I mean, car races. They do all kinds of different races.
Money, get back. Yeah, and and when you think about with Amazon, all right. So I'm sorry, Amazon is not hurting, but when you're sitting in a table, let's say they're at a board, CEOs and all that, and they're showing profit and losses for certain margins. Yes, certain margins are making a lot, and the company in whole is making a lot. But when certain margins are underperforming, corporate says we need to fix those ones that are underperforming and or not making as much. So that's where a lot of that comes from, especially when they're looking at profit and loss sheets. Anybody that's been in the business world and you look at those lines and you're going across what we made this year, what we made last year, what we've netted, and they're going across those lines and they highlight. Yeah, you can be making as much, but just like Netflix was making a shit ton of money, but they weren't making as much as they were making year prior. So then they said, oh shit, we've mellowed out, we've leveled off, we're not making as much. We got to fix it. So, that's part of the business world and how they handle shit. Unfortunately. Let's see.
I just got to say real quick.
We'll mention this real quick. Real quick. This is Dabs talking. Disney losing money. So hold on a second. Let's see if I can. I usually have all these links just ready to go, but then Dabs decided to go to the.
You go out and go drinking, with your old lady's, best friend from grade school. I'm not, but hey.
You and I hung out.
You find the link?
Drunk. Actually,
yeah, I know. I know.
But it's empty. All right.
Find it.
Here we go with Disney loses 2.4 million subscribers. some of this happened. I do think that some of this happened when Disney was offering this free for everybody. Remember when Disney offered free subscriptions? I still have my free subscription with Disney through Verizon. Lots of free people sign up. You can sign up for free, sign up for free, sign up for free. And then they said to a lot of the people that signed up for free, well, your free time is over. Now you need to pay if you want to keep it. So I think that that's where they've lost. I've also seen where Disney has gotten bad press. Disney has gotten bad press. When you get bad press, you lose customers. In here says they're going to have to fire 7,000 workers globally and plan to cut $3 billion in content budget. And that's
what I think did it. That's what did it, because they
wild west of what we got going on right now with streaming. That is, it's even Disney, who they have a lot of content, they own a lot of content, but they're still struggling to make the money that they need to make. So they're, having to make tough decisions. So lose $3 billion or cutting $3 billion from their P&L, their profit and loss forms, to be able to make it. Losing a lot of customers. According to the results, subscribers in the U.S. and Canada rose just 200,000 to 46.6 million. For 46.6 million subscribers in October through the end of 2022. Then it says, even including other services, including Disney Plus Hotstar, service focused on the Indian market, Disney lost 2.4 million subscribers worldwide at the end of last year, a 1% decline from last quarter. So even when you're a humongous company and having the content, you're still going to struggle, and you got to be smart about what you do. We're not going to see the end of some of these things ebbing and flowing. When I see this tells me two things. First, people are going to lose their jobs. They're going to cut costs. I don't say losing jobs I'm not trying to be flippant about it. I'm saying they're going to, as a company, say, you know what, we need to cut this to make this money. And then they're going to say, what else can we do to make the money back that we need to be making? They're going to cut new projects. They're going to cut. Maybe there was some programming that they were going to take a chance on. They may pull back on because they want to have that market share. Let's see. Through the same division, which includes all streaming services, also saw a 13% increase in revenue over the last quarter, up to $5.3 billion. The losses were attributed to the higher loss of Disney Plus and the decrease in results from Hulu. So kind of like Hulu and ESPN was doing all right, but Disney Plus was kind of losing, and due to that, they still lost. That also leads me to say you can expect your Disney subscription to go up, because if you want to recoup that money, so let's say, where are we at on this? What was our numbers? Here we go.
Back up on top.
4.3 million. So, wait, Hulu was. All right, so Hulu gained subscribers. So Hulu has 43.5 million subscribers. If we increase the price for a Hulu subscription by $2, we just increased profits by $86 million. That's how they're going to look at this. So you can bet your bottom dollar that there will be an increase to your Disney Plus, Hulu / ESPN Plus. It's coming. May not be
but
this month.
I
It is
think that
coming.
I,
Because
I
if they
think that
didn't
they're
make the
still
money
gonna.
that they wanted to make with Disney Plus, and they lost, they will make that up by a small increase of price to the people that are paying right now, which is 43 million people to Hulu. They'll raise the price to that. And this is where a lot of those subscriptions are going. What did I say? Paramount went up on theirs.
Yeah.
That's where we're going. We're going to when you're cut the cord to save money on your cable bills, you got all the you like I'll cut the cord and let's get these subscriptions. The subscriptions are going to continue to rise. So pay attention to that. Find other alternatives if you need to. The K app we talked about at the beginning of the show.
Isn't don't you think that
Bitch and piss and moan
Todd?
about RD. RD hasn't went
Todd?
up in as long as I can remember. So
Todd? Can you hear me?
yeah,
Todd?
so that's going. Thoughts on that, Mr. Aubin? I know that.
Yeah,
I
can
didn't
you
see you in-
can you hear me? I've been trying to say something. I've been trying to speak. Can you hear me? Hello?
Still here?
Yeah, I'm here, but you're not hearing me. Hold on.
No, I don't hear you.
Can you hear me? You don't hear me? No? How about now? Nothing?
Aubin, I don't hear you.
Either. Hold on. How about now? Do you hear me now?
Well, first
No?
we had the echo. Then his microphone quit working.
Since I couldn't get a word in
Yeah,
edgewise.
Bama says
Hello?
wireless Verizon. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Oh, I'm here by myself. So let's hope he sorts his shit. All right, so let me go over here. Up.
Can you hear me
He's
now?
back.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I'm looking to see
No.
if he's talking. Have you muted your microphone? Like your headset? Oh, because it's like his headset. Because I see he was actually. Yeah, look at Blind's Eye says, turn off your Plex. That's probably more the truth right there, Blind's Eye. You know our boy Aubin. You know him. Looking through here, trying to catch up. Yeah, because what happens to guys, when I'm on one screen, I can't see this screen over here. And let's see. Wait. I left the screen. What the hell? There I am. I'm back. And he's back. Let's see. There, I pulled him up. All right, Aubin.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? No?
You know what? It's that
Hello?
POS. I put a 1 in the side chat if you think he needs to reformat his damn computer, his laptop. Wait, they say they heard both of us. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh, hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear
I'm
me?
not hearing you.
If you guys get in the side chat and you can hear me,
Echo.
put in a break.
Echo. They can hear me. Well, all right, let me jump off here. Damn if I can hear.
Can you guys hear me with a number 3?
Wait, I'm muted.
Hello. Okay, great. Blindside can hear me. Thank you. I'm not going out of my mind. I hear him perfectly. I'm talking, and he doesn't. Can you guys hear me now while he's gone? Okay, I see 3s. Thanks, Beach. Okay. See what happens when he comes back. Am I echoing to you guys? Okay, Madhead says yeah. Okay, come on, Todd, coming in. Oh, can you hear me now, Todd?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know what the hell. It's just there. I'm still hearing myself though.
I was so yeah, you're still hearing yourself. Okay, just real quick, I wanted to say that I now I forgot my old age. I came on about I guess about Disney. You're talking about Disney about with them losing subscribers. I think a lot of it has to do with they're fed up with the content that's there. You know, all it is just the the Marvel, all the Marvel stuff. Who wants to watch that anymore? No one even knows what a real movie is anymore.
Well, and you're right. I do think that a certain content, and maybe when a new thing comes out, and I'm sure Disney looks at it and they mark on the calendar, we're going to release this on in February, and then we're going to release this in March, and we're going to release this in April to keep people signing back up.
Okay, all right. What else did we have? Do we have anything else?
I've got to grab sites of the week.
Oh, okay. Did you open them up already or not?
No, I did not open them. I'll start with the vocal
Okay, all
removers.
right. Okay.
Hold on. Oh, probably help if I hit share. All right, there you go. I was like, I had it pulled up on my computer.
Okay. This one here, vote. That's what it says. It's an app through the web. Well, you can upload the file up to them to remove vocals, and it does also allow you to do other things. Also, setting pitches and recording stuff on top of it. I guess you can make a karaoke file out of it all. So it was one to check out. I didn't get to play with too much, but it's we have the web address for it. There is vocalremover.org. So you guys could check that one out. Um, yeah, that's it with that one. And the other one is for you guys that are designers that like make illustrations or need to make icons, all kinds of neat stuff like that. This one will allow you to. Uh, what did you click on, Todd? Okay, yeah. So you see there, you could take that image and you can move it, around. You can copy it. You can turn it. You should be able to turn it also. Or try not hitting any button, and yeah, you see, you can turn it. You can on the right hand side there. I can't see from here, but you can. It has other options that you could do, changing the colors of it, and it just doesn't have to like be this square. You can use other art, other anything, any image, and do all kinds of neat tricks to it. Put in shadows and then save it. I figured anybody who's trying to develop an icon or anything like that, be good for them to use. Okay.
Yep, I'm just moving around.
Yeah.
In Albany,
Right?
you looked at that. Did you the one that sent me that link to about photo backgrounds?
Photo break. I did another one before about photographs. Was another one I say to talk about for the show that you didn't want to, you didn't pick to use. That came from Nookie.
Yeah,
Um,
hold on. Hold on.
okay.
Remember, this was the one that you sent about creating insane IA art for beginners.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I sent you that one. Or was it or that come from Nookie? That might be the one that came from Nookie that I was just saying. That one there we need to, uh, we'll put the link down there for everyone. It's very, uh, really neat. It's the guy who was on Discord, I think it was. Is it Discord
Yep.
he was on?
Yep.
Okay, that one. Put it in the bottom for everyone to check it out. It was I was really impressed with it. A big thanks to Nookie for sending that over for us. Anytime anybody wants to, to add something here to the show, you can always, send it to me or send it to Dabs or put it in the Hearing Matters room. We'll gladly be able to, to talk about it.
And from what I read, when I was reading some of it, was basically you put the parameters of what kind of image you're looking for, and then the AI will find images that correlate with the parameters that you've set it at. If am I right with that, Alban?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. So you can, guy personal.
But again, this is on a Discord. I will post the links to this if you guys want to check this out. But you do need your PC to do the work. If from what I read, your PC your PC does the work.
Yeah. Right.
Oh yeah, well I'll post
Right.
this in there.
Okay.
Stop sharing. There we go.
Okay. All right. Next, you're gonna. You have for fights. Fights.
Yep.
We have bare knuckle fights tonight at 9 p.m. That one is going to be in Louisiana at the that Pontchartrain Convention Center, 9 p.m. tonight. Bare knuckle. When is this one here? Is this one? One prime. I thought that was tonight. Lineker versus Zandra 2 in Thailand, 8 p.m. Yeah, I think that's tonight. Also, for we have tomorrow, I believe, at 4 p.m. on Showtime.
4 p.m. Eastern, so
we have,
keep in mind that's early.
Eastern, yes. Sorry, yeah, that's early. And then UFC Fight Night 220, Krylov versus Span, out of Vegas at 7 p.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. for the prelims. So that's what's going on tomorrow. We don't have any of the Rough and Rowdy, isn't right? Yeah, next week is
another week
Rough
away.
And Rowdy. I can't wait for. Yeah, another week away. For those that didn't join us in Tough Man, it was hilarious. You have to check it out. We had a good time. We had a good time with that one. That was a 2-night affair.
Yeah. Beach
Yeah.
says next
Anything else,
Friday
Travis?
is Rough and Rowdy.
Next one. Yeah.
And then Saturday, next Saturday will be UFC pay per view, right?
Pay per view with that's the Cyril Gahn against uh, my man. Oh, what is? See how old I am? And I'm a week younger than you. Why can I see his face
Hold on.
and everything, and I can't.
Jones
Oh,
versus
thank
Van.
you. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it.
I'm waiting for him to come. Yeah, John Jones is back. See him at heavyweight.
Yeah, he'll be back for then he'll have
make you a couple of channels to be able to watch it on. But so what? Hey, the guy can fight.
Yes, but he can't pass
He can fight.
test.
And don't think we're gonna have to. Yeah, he can't pass it. So what? Do we think I care about the drugs on a guy that's gonna fight? Okay, you know what I mean? If I'm gonna fight a guy in the street, you say, "Oh wait, how many drugs are you taking?" Okay. Who's muted? I muted?
No, me. It was me.
Todd, do you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. It's me.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a few people.
Okay, that's all for me.
We got some people talking about bare knuckles tonight, and then we got some Impact Wrestling. So if you guys are some wrestling fans, some of that going on. AE Rampage is tonight. And for me, what's it? Next week? The end of NCAA basketball is the regular season is done this coming week, and then we'll start March Madness.
Oh, okay.
So to me, that's a big deal. So I love
Okay,
these.
that's good. I do. Yeah. I think I'll jump in and big screen with you guys again this year and watch March Madness. That was fun last year.
Oh, and this was funny. We had a guy come in one. I wasn't running the room, but he was wanting to put wrestling. When we were watching fights last week. No. Well, we're not doing that. Not putting that on big screen. And hey, C-Man should be joining us on big screen. So I got to hit him.
Oh, we got it. Great.
I got to hit him up because he was supposed to get it. So
Okay.
I need to see if he got his headset. So definitely hoping he joins in that. It's fun times. All right, Alban. So we got any other topics?
All right.
I covered a lot of stuff.
No, we covered everything. Yeah, we covered everything. That's it.
Yeah. Video cards are going down, so keep your eye on that if you're looking for a video.
Yeah.
Not in Canada, only if you. Ooh, there. Thank you, Jim. And Alban, I was thinking, I might have you somebody to date. I got a Canadian woman that's looking for somebody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's. I'm not as foolish as you. Sure, the Carolinas is a lot warmer than where I am, and sure, maybe I'm just only a state away. But you know what? I am no fool moving up to fucking Canada and dealing with that cold, okay? I'm sorry. Nope. You still have snow on the ground, right?
Oh, yeah. Had snow falling today, bro.
Yeah. Unless she's coming down here, I can't deal with that cold. I can't. I just can't.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah,
nope.
You ain't riding your bike out there right now.
No, not out there. Not up there, no.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not worth it.
Put studs on them bike.
Yeah, I've ridden a bike with studs before.
You'd have to
You
here.
know. Yeah. Yeah. I
Hey,
was
all
like,
right.
yeah, it's
So
like,
right now it's warmed up. A -1 degrees Fahrenheit. Warmed up.
yeah, sure. You just keep that going in your mind, okay?
No, and that's no wind chill to that. No wind chill. So yeah, next week Duke versus Carolina. Come on, Carolina needs to get on a roll because they've been struggling.
Were they?
They they're struggling to get. I'm nervous, but they did that last year. So
Yeah.
hopefully
Yeah.
get on a run and
We'll get them there. We'll get them there again.
yeah. Whoopsie. If us in big screen know what that is.
Yeah.
All right. So anything you want to say before we go?
No. Thanks everyone coming out like usual. Like, share, subscribe. Glad to see everyone out there. Like I said before, if there's anything you want us to discuss, hit us up in streaming matters. We'll be glad to talk about it. No questions too hard or too simple. Or you don't have to be worried about it. If you don't know, if you want us to say it was you who wanted to talk about it, it's okay. We'll do that. Because I know there are a lot of newbies that we have out in here now that just don't know, but feel free to ask because I know a lot of people don't want to ask in a lot of the room sometimes. You can ask or search in the room. There's that little magnifying glass. Use it. It's your friend. That's about it for me. You?
All right, I hit it so I wouldn't hear myself. Yeah, very good point. We do have. We're willing to help people. I was on Reddit yesterday, messaging with a guy back and forth for probably an hour, helping him with some things and troubleshooting some issues that he had. I don't always have that time, but sometimes I do, and if I have the time and I'm able to just text and help, that's why the Telegram group is there. Sometimes you may have to ask your question now, and then if you don't get some of the answers, you may need to wait, a number of hours and ask it later when there's more people on because not everybody's on at all the time. So that happens. But yes, ask questions, post over there. This platform, we try to answer questions that we feel are important that come up that we see that come up. So we try to answer those questions and trying to stay within YouTube's parameters. But that's what the Telegram group is for. Send us a message. Um, you know, no, not everything is free, and you're not going to watch 4K for free. No, sometimes I said to somebody the other day, I said, I don't mind questions to answering questions, but when people have unrealistic expectations, I don't have the patience for that. If I say that, you know what, that's not really feasible. Not to say that you might luck up and find it, but if things aren't feasible and they're unrealistic expectations, I can't help it. I can't give you free 4K quality. I can't give you 100 1080 buffer free links. I can't help it with free. I can't help you with buffer free live channels. I can't help you with that because it's unrealistic. Can you find one? Yes, you might be able to find it, but it's not going to happen on a regular. So we do our best to answer the questions. Ask it in the Telegram group. Ask it in the different places. But yeah, we have lots of people ask questions, and I'm willing to help if I have the time. And I know other people in the room help also. But sometimes I think having realistic expectations, and when we say that something is unrealistic and we can't get you that, and then sometimes people argue like, well, yes you can, I found it, blah blah blah. Okay, sure, you found a diamond in a rough, you found it and you used to be able to do it, but realistically, on a daily, on a regular, you're going to struggle finding certain things and finding, somebody wanting an old show. It used to be available. Okay, but it's not available no more for free. So sometimes I think realistic expectations and if I understand. So I don't know. I find that I help on Reddit. Try to help in Facebook groups, and sometimes people's expectations, and they get pretty adamant about. Well, I used to be able to get. Okay, guess what? Those things aren't there no more. I'm sorry. I used to be able to get gas for less than $1 a damn gallon. Guess what? Ain't happening no more. I mean, so I can say it happened, but not happening no more. So hey, major shout outs to Aubin. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for helping me get things sorted out on the show and when I come in late.
No problem, brother.
You're here. And just be polite to people. Try to help people where you can. When you watch the show and you learn about stuff, share your knowledge with other people and share. That's what this is all about. I'm not an expert. I know some stuff. A lot of stuff I don't know, but I try to learn and share what knowledge I have. So whatever you learn on this show or from forums or from Reddit, and you find out that is the truth or from your own experiences, share that knowledge. Don't be a smartass about it, but try to share what knowledge you learn, because that's what this is all about. This is about the community, and that's what we're about. So that's my big thing. Be nice to others, help others, share what you learned with others, and that's what this is all building about. And thank you for us, because streaming matters to us, because streaming matters to you. And we'll see you guys next week. And hey, get an Oculus and join us in the Oculus rooms. We have a good time. We have fun, don't we? We have fun time. So join us, and we'll see you guys on the next show.